guys, it's going to be a great episode today.
It's going to be a very cold episode.
Yeah, that is
Hoe lang deze uitzending gaat duren.
Oh, Bas. Maar dit is geen media. Evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back to Het is weer Rak, Season 3, Episode 9. And well, I'm back in town. Great to be back, Eric. Good to see you again.
Je loopt gelijk een jaar achter. Het is Season 4.
Season 4. Oh, there we go. Good start.
Time
So I've been back in time, eh? But to start us off, a great action-packed show with a lot of new information, World Cup draws, news from around the country in terms of the Ericassa, breakout players, but more importantly, World Rugby announced today a new island just off Samoa, and it's called Den Bosch. They've even got a new haka called the Boys of the Dukes, hey Eric?
Ja, nee, het gaat hartstikke goed hier. Ja. We staan er stijf bovenaan.
There's more Samoans here in Tonga than in the own islands, man. Why are you speaking Dutch all of a sudden? It's usually English around here now, isn't it? Or what? Hey, bro!
Ja, dus als ik iets geheim wil houden, mannen.
Great to be back, causing trouble already, but amazing guests on the show again. Eric is laughing a lot, that's always good. But special warm welcome to the new technical director of Rugby Netherlands. I'm not going to try to say your surname. You said good luck to me before the show. José, welcome. Awesome to have you here. Fantastic.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Gareth.
Yeah. And then, of course, a man who's been here before, Bram.
Ja. Dankjewel dat ik weer mag komen.
What happened to the Belgium shirt? You had a Belgium shirt?
It was a little bit warm. I can put it on again for the second half.
It's cold in Belgium at the moment with the empty cabinet. What? No trophies there or no wins?
Almost. Almost to the World Cup.
As I say in the Netherlands, net niet.
Nee, inderdaad, net niet.
Welcome to the show, mate. Good. Hopefully this weekend it goes well for you.
Yeah, we hope so.
We believe Gooi's a bit scared of going down to the hook.
Yeah, we'll see. It was a big result last time.
Wat was dat de vorige keer? Kun je dat misschien nog eens even vertellen?
85-7.
85-7. Hoekers tegen Gooi vorig jaar.
Ja.
Oh ja, end of season.
Ja.
Yeah, but I thought you meant the beginning of the season.
Nee.
Ja, in het begin van het seizoen hebben zij zwaar gewonnen. Dat was iets van 50 tegen, denk 14 of zo.
Ik denk dat ze misschien wel eens de behoefte zouden kunnen voelen om zich te revancheren.
Dat gaat zeker het geval zijn, denk ik.
Well, I wonder why.
Het gaat geen makkelijke wedstrijd zijn.
They keeping all their players and going down their full house. So it'll be quite interesting, I think.
Gooi, wat ik ervan begrepen heb, is Gooi weinig scheutig bij Delta en is minder vertegenwoordigd. En ze hebben geen zin om te verliezen nog een keer van de Hoekers, heb ik begrepen.
Oh well, but I think we'll start off with José, special guest in the house, new TD. Been what, 4 months now?
Almost 4 months.
Almost 4 months. Feels like a year already, probably.
It's all right.
Yeah?
Feels good.
So, how's it going? The welcome, how's the Netherlands? The weather, of course, is always good.
The weather is fantastic. I love it. Especially being Spanish. Now, look, it's been really good. It's been quite a trip already. Very intense. There's been a lot of changes in the union, and since I started, there was so many tasks on the desk. And so many things to do, starting with Delta, helping the rest of the team to get things through. So it's been quite intense, but quite enjoyable, to be honest.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, you a little bit of history about yourself, maybe, is you were the technical director of Poland Rugby, correct?
Yes, I was the sports director, technical director, kind of same role, but named differently in Poland for 3 years. And before that, I was working for almost 10 years for World Rugby and Rugby Europe. Just mainly doing work in development, understanding how the unions work, how they operate, how they invest the money and what they do, and how they align all the plans to achieve success at the top. So it's been quite a trip for me as well professionally to come over here.
Great track record and obviously a lot of experience coming into the country, which is always good for our game. I think if you think about what we need is clubs to grow and develop, and the man that was at Rugby Europe developing that is here. So no pressure on you.
No, nice. Fair enough. No,
yeah, I've got one burning question.
Oh.
How does it feel to have dinner during lunchtime?
Well, luckily I live before in Norway and in Poland, and the dinner time is similar to yours. So I have some training already, but yeah, it's the other way around. When I go back to visit my family, and then I sit down at 6 o'clock starving at home, and my family looks at me like, what? This is like snack time. Dinner's in 4 hours. I cannot make it to 10.
No, it's just an excuse to eat more jamón, right?
Yeah, well, jamón, chorizo, you name it. I love it all.
There we go. But I think a question for me is what has really stood out for you in the first 4 months? I mean, like in terms of something that you're really surprised about, and also maybe something that you think, okay, we're a bit behind here.
I think, look, it's a lot of things that have happened, and if I have to reflect now in 2 minutes, probably one of the things that I kind of knew, but I've been able to learn a bit more is how this union, how the work that we do as professionals is fully supported on the outstanding time, job and commitment of volunteers across the country. Whether there are people in the clubs on the boards, whether there are coaches coaching the calls, or whether it's referees. By the way, 200 people that just for the fair ticket, they travel across the country every weekend just to be able to make sure that we have volunteers. I mean, people on the board of Rugby Netherlands. The amount of work that all of them are putting together just to keep the clubs afloat, the appointment of referees, games being refereed, pitches being ready, it's outstanding. And the more I get to discover how much we rely on to them and how fantastic is the work to do, the more I'm really amazed with how do you guys operate. In challenges, I have a list because, as you know, the union is coming out finally from a bit of trouble sometimes. But I think what we are being able to do with all this is slowly but surely begin to put a list of priorities and begin to tidy up. And I think one of the things that we have been trying to do, and again, I've only been 4 months, there is a president, a board that has been a bit longer than me, but I guess the leadership that went into place 8 months ago before I came, one of the key things that actually we discussed during my job interview is the honesty and the transparency. Or at least try your best to be honest, direct and transparent with the things that you do to try to improve the relationship with our members. And we are trying to adhere to that. I mean, we are not great. We sometimes make mistakes and we are humans. But at least that's one of the biggest values, I would say, that we try to stand.
Nice. That's, well, look, I mean, it's a breath of fresh air, but I think it's always, you know, at the end of the day, things don't always go according to plan. But if we take it on the chin and all go in the same direction and say, okay, we made a mistake, or it was great, fantastic, right? So that's good. But I think we're going to come back. I think you're going to be asked a lot of questions as we go along with what we have in store tonight in the show. First of all, we're going to start with a bit of news of the week, and it's never nice to hear Bram, another fellow coach, you know, getting the sack. And unfortunately, Marshall Milroy was asked to leave the club with immediate effect, if I'm correct. Hè? Well, you don't know that either.
Ja, van wat ik heb gehoord inderdaad, moest hij onmiddellijk weggaan. En wat ik heb gelezen, zei hij ook dat hij het niet zag aankomen. Dus dat was voor hem wel, denk ik, wel een shock.
Yeah.
Als ze plots moet vertrekken.
Ja, Eric, usually you know what's going on with these sort of things here. Usually...
Ik kan me herinneren dat we vorige keer in de show hebben gezegd dat zijn positie onder druk stond. Toen hebben ze nog wel even tot de ochtend gewacht met hem de zak geven. Gewoon om...
Well, we have to blame someone, so let's find someone.
Er is altijd een scapegoat, hè? Scapegoat. Dus, goed, de andere kant is, ik heb helemaal geen inzage in hoe het gaat bij Diok, moet ik zeggen.
No, well, it's never nice to hear because, you know, a coach losing their job in the middle of the season, there must be something going on there, and it's never nice. So obviously to Marshall, hopefully he gets back on his feet as soon as possible.
Zeker, want het is een fantastische skill.
It doesn't help that they won the game that he's not there.
Ja. Nee, dat is dan wel weer even... Oh, dat was trouwens ook een wedstrijd. Want die hadden we van tevoren wel aangemerkt als een what the fuck 10-punter tussen Haarlem en Diok. Dat was een hele belangrijke wedstrijd voor beide teams. We gaan er dadelijk naar kijken natuurlijk, maar ik vond dat Diok er vrij makkelijk
Well, maybe we'll try to find out some more information, but that's obviously that. But then some good news is Fabian Holland, who's a product of the pathway.
Wie?
No.
Ja, echt. Hij is all over the news, hè?
Yeah, all over the news at the moment. Was at Hilversum Rugby Club doing an interview there, which I found quite funny that he was from Castercam, but they did the interview at Hilversum.
Oké. Ja, het is echt...
It's probably the only thing good going for Hilversum at the moment. RC Ferrari is now RC Fiat.
En ook geen nieuwe.
No. But Fabian Holland, fantastic breakout player of the year. Interesting that whole World Rugby sort of awards. John Mitchell gets coach of the year. What did you think about that?
Dat niks. Ik ga daar niet over.
No?
Nee.
No?
Nee.
Well, I just thought you were so like transitioned since you've got half the world at the Dukes now instead of Dutch players, but yeah. Yeah.
Oké, luister.
Nou,
ik heb
anyway.
jou voor de duidelijkheid en voor de thuis. Ik heb hem 10 jaar lang shit gegeven.
Ja.
En nou krijg ik die shit allemaal terug. En terecht.
No, you used to say, oh, ik kut buiten.
Nee. Ik ben het met je eens. Gooi het nog een keer over me heen. Je hebt gelijk.
There we go. Heard it first, yeah. Ik heb gelijk. Yeah, because Jose's not bringing in a foreign rule. Eh? That's one thing his list is not bringing in. So.
I need to improve my Dutch, guys. I'm not.
That's
Apologies for that, but I will work on my Dutch.
Right.
Lo que pasa es que este dice que no quiere que tú tienes algo como los extranjeros que tenemos aquí todos.
Okay, before Gil settles the Eric and Gareth show, then we've got this. So, this was drawn on Monday, if I'm correct. Massive. I think Spain's got a good chance of going through.
Yeah.
Mitch McGann called it this morning on our groups app, before I could, so credit to Mitch. He says, Spain could beat Fiji, and Canada, yeah, come on, I don't see you questioning Spain. And Spain's a good team, huh?
No, they're doing really, really well. They got new leadership in the union and new technical leadership as well, and I mean, they actually changed a lot of stuff within the team, and that's been happening for a while, but that seemed to be quite cohesive at the moment.
Yeah.
And they seem to be achieving really good results.
And a great coach, eh? Juan.
No, he's
From
really good.
Argentina.
He's doing really well, and everyone from the SNC, the physios, the players they're bringing in, they did a really good thing, which is they bring a lot of the selectable players back to Spain, and they actually, the union invested a bit of money in placing key players within the Spanish league so they can have access to them, which is working really well. They are the guys that we actually play against with Delta a few weeks ago, and many of those guys are actually on the path to go to the World Cup. So they have done really, really well, and that group looks very exciting for them.
Yeah, I think if we go back and look at that, I think the funny thing about World Cups is how teams seem to follow each other. England, Wales, Ireland, Scotland. I mean, South Africa's got an easy pool. I don't think anyone's going to test them there, really. I mean, also
France
if you look
should
at
also have an easy
New Zealand, Australia, I mean, you go all the way to Australia to play your neighbour.
Yeah.
England flies all the way to Australia to play Wales.
Ja. Overigens, we hebben, als het goed is, en dat weet ik niet 100% zeker, want we komen van ver, hebben we binnenkort Nicky Little in de show.
Who's that?
Hij is fly-off van Fiji's 4 keer op een WK gestaan. Dus als die hier is, dan kan hij wel
Oh, that would be fantastic.
meer vertellen over hoe ze met Spanje
What did
omgaan.
Duke sign him? A new player for the Dukes, Nicky Little. Warming up, huh? There we go.
You heard it here first.
I mean, yeah, the World Cup draw, it doesn't look like you'll have any upsets except for Spain, maybe upsetting Fiji. But Fiji in the last World Cup was outstanding, so...
Echt hè? De Flying Fijians.
Yeah.
Poeh,
If they get it right... Yeah.
Well, you
What a
know,
team.
the World Cup is not a test match. I think the teams really go an extra mile in that competition to perform. So even though I think Spain played Fiji recently,
And they beat and they won, eh?
and they did I think they lost, but they did really well. It was a really close game until the end. They performed really well, so they show that they're competitive now against those teams. But then it's the World Cup, and then there's a lot of factors in between, injuries, the pressure. And it's the first time that Spain goes to the World Cup for a long, long time, so that's also going to play a factor. No jokes with that, please.
No, because I was just about to ask why not?
Hoe komt...
Let's say
Spain,
we all know that. Let's leave it there, and it's all water under the bridge.
That's
All right, so what will Bram, interesting this weekend. Any shock results for you, Bram, as the coach of Hook?
Not really. The only thing that was a little bit surprised by was the result from Diok against Haarlem.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be
En
a little
Haaland.
bit. Ja, ik dacht dat die een beetje dichter bij elkaar is.
No, yeah, I think most people
Terwijl dat
would.
die
I
ook
think
er wel,
Geel got that wrong. He gave it to Haaland.
Ja.
The guru. He's losing his touch.
Ik weet niet meer wat ik
I
gezegd
think
heb.
he's becoming more of a chef because the dinner tonight was outstanding.
Ja.
Ja.
Geel, thank you very much.
Nee, voor de rest, ja, ik denk alles een beetje
I think it's a
voor de
good
hand
time to
liggend,
bring up this question here, Jose. You know, you knew it was coming. Okay, if you look at those results, first of all, probably no game really that tested anyone. So, what is the secret going to be, or not the secret, it's a secret for most people, but is there any chance that the Eredivisie will look to change in terms of numbers?
That's a good question. And look, I would ask, I've been 4 months here, and when I see those results and I see some of the disparities on the table, I mean, we have teams with minus 400 points on the average, and we have some results that are beyond 50 points almost every weekend. I think the question we need to ask ourselves, and that's not for me to dictate, is for us to have a meaningful conversation, which is, what do we want to achieve with Eredivisie? What should be the outcome? Do we want to achieve performance? Do we want just to give a chance to everyone to play? Do we want to make a commercial product that is feasible and we actually can make a league that is sustainable? But also, what is the impact of making some changes is going to have in Eerste Klasse, in future Klasse, in the second league? Everything should be put on the table. I'm not saying that I'm in favor or against some changes, but I think if going more, trying to answer your question, if what we want to do is a performance league, and a performance in terms of really giving the best players that we have in the Netherlands a chance to compete at home, to go into the pathway to the national team, and then to close the gap of that national team against the other teams in the championship, then the league has to follow that. If that is the objective that all of us we want to pursue, and all of us, it means not just the board and the people in the Bondsbureau, it means our clubs.
Yeah.
If we want to achieve really, if we want to get a national team that really performs well, that we play the Spains, the Georgias, the Romanias, and we don't just have one odd chance to maybe beat them by playing dodgy tactics, but we actually consistently want to produce performance and close the gap, then we need to make sure that our domestic competition raises up.
Yeah,
And then we have to make a competition that is aligned to that, which at the moment does not seem to be.
And I mean, also you would want to say that you want coaches. You want the best coaches to come here and be in the Eredivisie, or the coaches to come through, because you want to be coaching at levels that put you under pressure, right, hey Bram? That you grow.
Ja, natuurlijk. Ja, ik denk dat voor mij als coach van Hoek van Holland, denk dat vooral te veel wedstrijden zijn.
Ja.
Zeker als je dan in de winter heel grote ruimte hebt, dat je niet kan spelen. Nog de wedstrijden, internationale wedstrijden, dan is het allemaal wel heel hard op elkaar gepakt. Voor allemaal niet-professionele spelers.
Ja.
Dus dat is vooral, denk ik, voor mij wel. Ja,
Dit is vandaag voor mij de derde keer dat dit op tafel komt.
Ja, maar
Dus
you were
dat
the
betekent
problem.
dat-
You
dat
started
het
this
leeft.
shit.
Nee,
Het leeft. Het is echt gewoon de derde keer dat dit op tafel komt vandaag. Drie onafhankelijke gebeurtenissen.
Oh.
En het is de derde keer dat er over gesproken wordt.
Okay, well, let's hope something happens. then.
Yeah, but didn't Christophe put in, or the previous Christophe put in a lot of money to sort out the best competition model?
We actually, that's true, and this is one of the documents that I came across. The union consulted with an external company to do a survey about what is the best format. Look, that was good. It's well done. It's a consulting company
Costs a
doing
lot of money.
a really good job. And look, it's good to consult your stakeholders, but you need to understand what you want to do. And as a union, sometimes you have to take tough decisions, and then you have to discuss that with your stakeholders and say, look, we cannot do everything. We cannot be a performance country, then focus in development, then have a chance for everyone to play. Like, we're going to have to find some ways to do what is right. And then we're going to have to compromise in some areas. But, I mean, maintaining our purpose, which is everyone in this country has the right to play rugby. But you have the right to play rugby at the level that you can play rugby, not at the level that you wish you can play rugby. and that's a very tough discussion.
Yeah, I think it's a very tough discussion, but I think it's about making a decision, because we paid all that money for a company to tell us to do a competition that we've already done.
Maar er was iets, ja precies, maar er was toch het onderzoek was iets anders opgezet. Dat onderzoek dat gaf ook andere stakeholders, sponsors, toeschouwers, baromzet, had alles meegenomen in het verhaal. Daarna hebben we ook al afscheid genomen in verband met de internationale verplichtingen van de top 6, bottom 6. En nu wordt het tijd voor de volgende stap.
Yeah, and I agree. So let's just hope that common sense prevails and that we look after referees, coaches, performance and the product. Because at the end of the day, you want more people to play rugby, have a good product because they look at it going, I want to be there. And then the people that want to play for fun, that's also fun. There's nothing wrong. Everyone should be involved, but at the end of the day, let's hope common sense prevails. But we can't talk about it all night. We have to move on to the era classes. That's what we... So we've looked at the uitslagen. Now let's go look at the games. I think the first one we have on the cards is, say Rotterdam. Now, yeah, complete mismatch. But Rotterdam, Bram, Rotterdam are a side that look like they're going to challenge.
Yeah, they're looking sharp again. They started a little bit rusty, but the last games that I saw, they have good hands. They're getting the ball out wide. They just punching through with Wolf and with other players.
Yeah, if they stay fit, I think they. Yeah. I mean, here's Wolfie. Apologies for the footage. It's obviously Vio, Eric's favourite.
Fuck Vio.
Well, I think if everybody is there, all the players are there, and they perform how they should perform, then it's a really tough team to beat. And I think they can beat even the top teams right now.
I think Rotterdam is a top team.
I think Rotterdam is...
Yeah.
If they fit.
I would say Rotterdam is the absolute top team.
Well, I would say that, Rotterdam are probably sitting there, Jose, going, Dukes, keep winning, it's all right,
yes,
but you know what's going to happen.
They're looking in the shadows.
And Rotterdam could be a team that finds himself in that position, because if they fully fit and they have a day, Will Maddox, Fogarty, Martijn van Dalen, Ray Kermans, Wolf.
Er stond een heel stuk in de krant, want er speelt natuurlijk van alles daar. Hè. Ze hebben rechtszaken lopen, de stichtingen,
Eric.
Dat is het enige risico dat ze lopen. Er stond een heel stuk van de voorzitter, Ries Ravenstein in de krant, over dat het allemaal wel meeviel. Ik weet niet of het echt meevalt. Dat is hun Achilleshiel.
And I hope, but I do hope, and this is something that should be looked at, is going forward in terms of competition, you can't just have an era class team, because it's not sustainable.
No,
and now you see, there's nothing behind this team. That's a concern.
Futureklasse wordt week in week uit, hebben ze moeite, spelers die al op en neer gescheurd worden. Het is één groot drama, weet je wel.
It's unfair on the first team, because I know Will and them, they work hard and they're doing good things there in Rotterdam. But reality is reality. You have to have your house in order in terms of your youth, in terms of your pathway, in terms of everything. Because you know what? The chickens are going to come home to roost when the union actually says, listen, you want to be part of the competition, then you have to have X, Y, Z in order to take part. I'd hope that happens.
Ja, en dan wordt het gewoon, dan zien we in één keer, de zombie-apocalypse komt al langs.
Especially when the Dukes don't have two fields.
We hebben 2 velden, er staat geen lijn op.
The one's for the cows.
We maken uit, dit is het platteland, hè.
Alright, so then we go to our next one, yeah. Probably the game of the week, right?
Dat zou ik wel zeggen, ja. Maar dit is zo mooi van, kijk die Tom toch gaan. Tom is echt on fire.
Is hij Dutch?
Ja. 2! Wist ook.
Ja.
Hey, luister. Wat een traai. Die jonge Tom, hè, die jonge godzanger, je kent hem natuurlijk.
Ja, tuurlijk man. Tom
14 tries gescoord tot nu toe, dit seizoen.
And the question is, how many more tries?
Ja, nog een heleboel, denk ik.
No, look, the Dukes is in a good place, but I mean as well, the HRC, I think again, Bram, Jose, you probably don't know a lot about them, but never write them off.
No.
Hadley, outstanding coach, won it last year, a lot of youngsters, and also obviously Ollie is a great leader.
Yeah, but not only the team. I think I have the chance to visit them a couple of times and meet with Hadley and also the presidencies, and I learn a bit about the work that has been going on in that club for the last 3 years. And I think
don't say it.
What you see at the top is just a consequence of good leadership in terms of, look, if we want to fix the top, we need to fix everything that is underneath, everything that feeds onto the top, from the coaching perspective, from the facilities that we've got, from how do we treat our players, for what do we want to achieve, and then trust that the process is right and give time for the whole.
Can the Hague do that though? Because I mean, have you seen at the bottom of their clubhouse, no dickheads allowed, but then half the clubhouse should leave. That's why you left it. You're not allowed there. But this game, though, I mean, yeah, The Hague was sort of really in it, right? Bram, did you watch it?
Nee, ik heb het niet volledig gezien. Maar wat ik ook heb gehoord van de speler is dat in het begin waren ze inderdaad redelijk gelijk.
A couple
Maar
of
op
big
het einde
moments
dat
in the game.
de Dukes toch iets te sterk waren.
Ja,
Didn't someone miss a kick in front of the poles? It really changed the game. That would have made it a 1-point game or a 2-point game.
It was a close game. Very close game.
Ik vond de wedstrijd, ja, de einduitslag vind ik iets vertekend, maar ik vond wel echt de Dukes, het was een terechte overwinning, maar dat zegt niet dat het ook niet anders had kunnen aflopen. Het zijn twee clubs die heel erg op elkaar lijken, qua structuur, qua opleiding, qua al die dingen meer. Hè? Dus
Yeah, no, you're right, and I think, look, the Dukes at the moment are just big and they're doing everything right. You can't really. But I mean, a special mention there, referee Edwin van der Spek did a fantastic job at the Euros.
absoluut.
Absolute fantastic job at the Euros. Congratulations, Edwin, from everyone here. Well
Maar
done,
ook
buddy.
hier weer, hè, want hij zat een paar keer scherp op. Want op een gegeven moment zie je op beeld, zie je dat. Ja, als ik scheidsrechter zou ik er eens opstoten. Er wordt er eentje omgeduwd. En hij komt gewoon naartoe en zegt: nee, jouw speler. Begon te juichen terwijl hij hem vast had. En dat is onsportief, dus hij mag best een duwtje geven. Dat is ook rugby, hè? Klein duwtje.
No, let's not talk about that stuff because that's not technical stuff. But the way he refereed games at the Euros
It's great.
is fantastic, professional, and you know what? Special mention to Rugby Netherlands and everyone that was involved in the whole thing going to the Euros, because we actually got compliments from Rugby Europe about how we ran things as a staff, as coaches, as players. Everyone was actual really good ambassador. So credit, obviously.
No, I mean, I've been 4 months. This is the product of what happened before I came, so I'm not going to take any credit for how we did. But it's true that from the management, all the staff that was there, the players' behavior, it's under 18s, under 20s, you always have
Nothing
issues.
broken.
But not even broken is the way the players, the staff, the team dealt with the daily routine, the way, the professionalism in their approach, the way they say thank you. I mean, little things, but that's what builds character, right? We talk about character always in rugby. The volunteers, Rolf, Anita, Charlie, the amount of work they put from 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock in the evening just to make sure that the players had what they needed, the staff was looked after, that we came early, we place everything properly for the players to really feel what is a European championship, what it feels to be. I mean, okay, we have the Six Nations, but the second best team in Europe in under 20s, and have a really good chance to feel what it could be when you make it at senior level, and give those guys the positive aspirational goal of keep on working, keep on trying, there is even more coming your way. I mean, hats off to all the staff and all the volunteers.
Well, we've jumped off of the Era class here and gone to the next topic, but we'll come back to it. But yeah, it was, but I just thought I would say to Edwin, and also congratulations to Edwin's coaches and everyone that's involved, Michael Asman, Dirk Hove, Kees Blah. If I forget your name, I'm sorry if I don't mention it, but to everyone there, that was the first Euros that I've been, that we had a Dutch ref, and I was proud.
En het is van groot belang dat we zijn allemaal bezig met van alles op te bouwen, dat ook die scheidsrechters meegenomen worden in de vaart.
And that's also got to do with the competition, but that's, Edwin,
Absolutely.
congrats, let's move on. Oh, tough game, man. Look at this. Boy trying to...
Vervang even dan.
Vreemde kick daar.
Yeah.
That was not great.
But Breda, outmatched, outclassed. Goy just too good. Matthew Jones involved a lot. He's fast. He's good. He's a dangerous player. Him and Don from Avoid.
Die hebben daar twee goede wingers lopen.
Well, definitely the two prettiest wingers in the competition, I'd say. Hey, Bram?
Ik weet niet of dat Tris van ons daarmee eens is.
Ja?
Tris Roederveld.
A bit of challenge there for the Moy boys. Easy game though, nothing really to write home about. Breda.
Just good hands.
Yeah.
Give the ball to the fast guys in the wing.
But look, I think Hoy plays attractive rugby, open rugby. You're obviously not going to give away too much now, but I mean, what do you get, paper note or beer? But a comfortable game. So nothing really to write home about there. But this weekend you've got them.
Ja.
You know, they seem to be a little bit scared because they wouldn't release players to Delta. So,
Well,
you had to release players to Delta.
yeah, we released 2 players to Delta.
2 players to
ja.
Delta. Gooi released 1.
Ja, heb ik gehoord.
Ik vind dat best wel. Ik vind het best wel. I mean, you know what? Look, I come from Gooi. I'm now at Ameland, but if you sign an agreement and you say you're going to do things, The Hague has to release 7 players now.
Ja, zo
Eric,
zit het.
ik vind het een beetje wel. And you have to do something.
Ja, maar ik moet wel iedereen te vriend houden natuurlijk. Hè. Dus ik kan niet zomaar gewoon gaan vertellen wat ik denk iedere keer. Hè. Zo werken dingen natuurlijk niet in de politiek.
Eric, I thought you heard, as they say in Spanish, cojones.
Cojones!
Yeah. Poquito cojones, huh?
No, but look,
Let's I've got a better plan.
we're moving on.
Let's
we're
pass
moving
that
on.
ball to him.
He's only been in the country for 4 months. This is your doing.
No, but I've been managing Delta since I came, and that was the first task that I received from the board, and I've been actually quite lucky to be able to work with Mitch and the rest of the volunteers, all the clubs from the different clubs, from Alex from Dukes.
Alex? He's not from Dukes?
He is from Dukes, actually. He's the forwards coach. But anyway,
Oh, you mean that Alex? I thought you mean Alex Chang.
no, another Alex.
Alex, Lao Tse Teng, I saw at the under-20s.
The situation with Tehoe is something that it was out of the control of the club. It was an issue with the availability of the players that was not disclosed properly within the club, and we have been working with the players and the club on that. It's not ideal, and we're managing that because it happened just this Monday, and we are going to try to address that. So that agreement will be honored properly, but on this particular case, I think I'm not lying and not doing anything wrong by saying that at this point it was not the club's decision to not to release the players. We talked to Sander, we talked to the president Rob, and they all made the players available. It was an issue with the players' availability that they didn't manage to disclose properly to the club. For whatever reason it is, and we're trying to identify that. So look, we're going to manage this. The rest of the 4 clubs that are participating in the agreement are understanding, but also are tough on this. It's not what they want, and all the presidents have talked to me, and they've made that very clear that this is not what the deal is about.
Jose is going to last here long, eh? It's a great political answer there, but also, as we say in cricket, ball played.
The carrot and the stick.
Never played cricket.
I think that was well bowled, but also well left.
We like bullfighting in Spain, so we know how to maneuver around these things.
Ole! We just say Jose.
No, but look, that is the truth. And like, it's not about the club not willing to release players. That's not the truth. The club has been really open to release the players.
Yeah.
They are not putting enough players this weekend. They understand that. They're not happy either.
Who?
The management.
Rob?
Tehoe is not happy
Well, you
with
know,
that.
I find that funny because I had dinner with the president last week, and that's not what he said.
What did he say? Come on,
I'm not
spill
gonna
the
say
milk.
I'm just causing shit, as usual. Gilbert the shit house.
Oké, morgenochtend half
moving
8,
on.
Rob, half 8 morgenochtend ben ik bereikbaar.
Yeah, moving on. Let's go to. No. Harlem Diok, not working. We'll go to Bram.
Yes.
Talk us through this, mate. Illegal mauling.
Why illegal?
No, I just thought I'd say that.
No, so what you see, dus zoals je kan zien, ja, of dat de meesten wel doorhebben, is onze mol wel iets beter geweest geworden. Ja, hier wel een mooie run van Kees langs de buitenkant.
Kees
Kees de Bruin.
Ja,
inderdaad.
afkomstig van Den Haag. Zat verstopt in de pijplijn. Vorig jaar veel gespeeld in het eerste.
Nou, hold on,
Kreeg
Eric.
daar niet zoveel
Eric.
kansen.
Nee, daarom.
But look, this is great rugby.
Ja,
Great rugby.
absoluut. Ja, maar die Kees is gewoon een topspeler.
Nee,
Die
maar dan
missen ze
talking
in de-
about the structure.
Dit deed Kas wel heel goed. Dus die hebben 2 keer gescoord met de mol. Dus de setpiece was hetgeen wat zij wel ons moeilijk in hebben gemaakt. Hier een tweede try. De derde try was vanuit de scrum, dus het was de setpieces dat ze daar wel wat weerstand boden. Voor de rest hebben we meestal wel goed kunnen domineren, maar iets te veel fouten gemaakt. 17 penalties tegenover
Ja, dat kan
6
echt niet,
van
joh.
Kas.
Dat is veel,
Dus
hè?
waren
Maar wie was
echt
de
veel te veel.
scheidsrechter?
Koen.
Koen.
Koen?
Dat zou wel Koen
Ja, dat valt, valt mij met Koen, hè?
Ja, Koen is gewoon een
Ja.
topref. Dus,
Topref, ja.
Ja, vind ik zeker. Dus wat mij betreft, als je de 17 krijgt, heb je 17 fouten gemaakt.
Ja, je hebt gelijk.
Ik ben niet helemaal eens met die 17 fouten, maar
I
ik ben
must
er misschien
say-
een beetje biased in.
I must say, look, the thing with hookers playing good rugby, but listen, Cass, and that's why everyone, when they came to Ameland and we kept them to without scoring, Cass scored 3 tries against every team they play. That's a stat you must remember as a coach when they come to you. If you allow them to run, Bartje Wieringa is a great coach.
Ja,
He
zeker.
likes attacking rugby, they will score tries.
Het gaat nu niet zo heel lekker in Castricum, hè? Maar gaat hij genoeg tijd krijgen om het naar zijn hand te zetten, denk je?
No, listen. I would hope, right? I would hope that young Dutch coaches like Bartje Wieringa are given the opportunity to stay alive. Is Cass the right club for Bartje? Yes, because it's his club.
Duidelijk.
But do they have the resources and the player base for him to excel? I'd probably say no. But is he doing a good job with what he has? 100%.
Absolutely.
And Bartje
Dat is de
Wieringa-
vraag die beantwoord moet worden. En dat is ook de basis waarop je blijft.
Nou, Bartje Wieringa...
Want niemand kan toveren met een team, hè?
No, listen. I think as a coach, if you're able to do well with what he's got, but look, Bartje is a coach that's already in the Dutch pathway.
Ja.
So he will be looked after. Bartje is a coach that we all, of coaches that are in the pathway, have respect for. Even Lynn Jones was saying Bartje Wieringa is a special, talented coach going forward.
Maar het zijn er niet zoveel, hè?
No, there's lots. Don't say that.
Ja, maar
I'm sorry,
in de
I do
ereklasse,
not agree with
maar
you.
zie je, in de ereklasse zie ik ze niet.
No, but hold on. The Eriklasse is not about now that there's no special coaches. Because I've been this week involved in the World Rugby Level 3. And I've worked with coaches, right, that are involved in the pathway at the Hookers.
Ja.
They're involved in the pathway at Amstelveen. Coach from Diok. Man, what these guys are doing...
En vraag dus, die Louis Chicot, zit hij ook bij Eemland nu?
Ja.
Wat doet hij daar? Nee, ik vraag wel wat hij daar doet. Wat doet hij
Attacking
daar?
skills coach.
Ja, technisch skills coach, oké.
Yeah, he's really good.
Ja,
He's doing a good job.
Ja.
But Louis is an up-and-coming coach, but there are lots. There are lots.
And are they
moeten daar
getting
snel mee aan de
enough opportunities to show, or
Okay,
are we?
okay, so I'm going to turn this question around to you now. What do you mean by opportunities?
I don't know if you see that like all the Ereklasse teams are getting coaches from.
But these guys are not ready for
outside.
Eriklasse.
Okay, yeah.
You're in the Eriklasse.
But you see, I have an issue with that when you say people are not ready for a particular level, because when are you going to be ready? You're never ready to start.
Do we have a pathway for them?
And one of the things that I think we have to be more critical, speaking on behalf of Rugby Netherlands, is our education system for coaches fit for purpose? So are we really training our domestic guys properly? So they don't only feel competent, but they feel confident to go in front of the board and really challenge when a board of a club hires someone that is not local, or they bring somebody from outside. Say, look, I know that maybe I'm not ready, but I can do this, and I want to do this. It's my club, it's my colours. And I think there is something of that we as Rugby Netherlands need to assess if we have done everything we could to create that opportunity. But also, I think the clubs need to be a bit more, I wouldn't say open, I would say they need to challenge themselves about what do we really want? Is this, how are we going to give opportunities to our people, our former players who are not playing anymore? How do we keep that identity, that passion of the guys that played before within the team, not just bringing the talent and the expertise from outside or from a guy that is ready for that level, at the same time that we explain that to our members, so even if we are punished in results, we see what is the purpose of the club. We see that we're doing what we're supposed to do. So I think we need to be critical of both ways. Us, maybe by improving what we're doing as Rugby Netherlands, but also clubs to be more open to say, look, it may take this. We may take a chance on this,
Take your
and we may
best shot.
fail.
Take your best shot.
But he's one of our guys. We're going to invest in training him. He's local. He believes what he's doing, and he's from the house. And then let's help him.
Oh, listen, you know, 100% what you're saying there, but at the same time, okay, Rugby Netherlands has to create those opportunities through the development department for them to grow. 100%, totally agree with you. At the same time, if you look at these coaches that are currently World Rugby Level 3, if you had to put them in the Eriklasse, I think they're not ready. but we have to create opportunities for them to get there. So yeah, totally agree. But are those opportunities there?
Assistentschappen, begin gewoon met stappen zetten. Gewoon zorg dat je zo'n vent naast je hebt staan als assistent. We hebben, overigens is het aantal Nederlands of Nederlandstalige coaches wel gegroeid. Hè? Want bij Breda, bij Gooi, bij Kas, bij Hoekers, dat is meer dan in jaren. Hè?
Nou, ik ben ook Nederlands, hè. Why do you always leave me out? That's discrimination.
Absoluut.
Yeah, it's a bit like
Daar houden we gewoon vol.
Ik ben al ingeburgerd, hè.
Ingeburgerd.
Hey, and listen, let's get rid of the Belgians.
Too many Belgians?
Too many Belgians.
Not enough Belgians.
Too many Belgians. They don't win anything.
Sadist, het is echt een sadist, man.
Netherlands
The
against
last
Belgium?
game? Yeah, we won. Under 20.
Yeah.
Senior team?
Senior team.
Shots fired!
Yeah, you're right. But did you make the World Cup?
No, we didn't.
Hallelujah.
Nou, ze kwamen wel 3 wedstrijden verder dan wij dan wel.
Ja, je hebt gelijk. Just don't want to give the Belgians anything.
Nee. Je moet hem ook niet zomaar afgeven.
Kut Belgen.
Kut Holland.
Mag wel, hè. Ik ben ingeburgerd. Ik ben Nederlands. Ik ben geen Belg.
I don't want to get into domestic violence, guys.
Now they're calling each other names.
It's fine. I'm gonna start.
The last game. Oh, look at those colours, eh?
Hebben de Oysters zich gespaard
passing.
of hoe ging dat, Garrett?
Nou, luister joh.
Waar is hij?
We expected way more from Oysters, but I must say, England, if you look at the stats, didn't allow Oysters to get in the game, and yeah.
Oysters spelen volgende week tegen Kas. Hebben ze zich gespaard of hebben ze zich niet gespaard? Was het compleet?
No, if you know the Oysters coach, he doesn't spare anything. He's the angriest man in Dutch rugby. Blames everyone but himself for losses. But when they win, he takes the credit. But,
Poep praat over Daniel Geurs dus nu, Garrett. Lekker dan.
no, look, Oysters play a good game. I expected more from them.
Ja, zeker na. Ze hebben een aantal keren gewoon de lat hoger gelegd. Hè? Voor mooie verrassingen gezorgd. Dit vond ik een deceptie, moet ik eerlijk zeggen, deze uitslag. Dat had ik niet gedacht.
No, Sammy Grillis, what a player. He's not the biggest fella, but he always makes meters.
Kijk eens, wat filmisch. Dat is een mooi beeld, hè?
No, Oysters, they do well with that. But look, I think again, the Oysters have invested a lot, and they play good brand of rugby. But if you don't allow them to play the game, then I mean they didn't score a try. 40 points to 3.
Ja.
Credit to England, good defence, play in the right areas, breakaway tries, young players like Finn Kelleher going the distance. Happy days.
Durf jij al een top 4? Want het is ongekend. Ja, we gaan zo wel even kijken naar de stand. Was dit het laatste beeld wat we hadden?
Ja.
Het is ongekend spannend in de ereklasse op een aantal plekken. Kijk, volgens mij voor de Jukes, die gaan de top 4 wel halen. Gooi ziet er ook goed uit. En dan krijg je 4 clubs die echt heel dicht bij elkaar staan. Ja. Ja, eigenlijk 3, hè? Want Diok heeft 10 wedstrijden gespeeld.
Oh, you're not putting the Hoek van Holland in there either.
Ja, maar dat is dan toch echt de volgende groep. Dus je hebt het eerste clubje, zeg even de Duke, zegt Gooi. En dan krijg je Den Haag, Eemland en Rotterdam. Die gaan knokken voor die laatste 2 plaatsen. Eén valt eraf, Den Haag, Eemland of Rotterdam.
Ja, look, it's gonna be interesting. But that's what you want.
Nee, het is super spannend juist. Hartstikke gaaf. Als ze bovenin nog wat punten morsen, dan kan het nog wel iets spannender zijn. Dat zou ook mooi zijn, nog. Ja, wie valt er af van die 5, zeg jij?
No, I don't think that it's wise to ever write someone off, because it comes back and bites you in the ass. That's my experience. So I think this is great, and I think every team here, like I've said to Aimland, we have to beat 2 of the top 4 teams.
Nou, dat moet je nu doen.
You have to.
Nu moet je, ja.
But that makes it nice. I think it makes it good.
Ik denk dat het een heel mooi seizoen kan worden.
Yeah, I think Hoek van Holland still has a very good chance of getting in there, and we shouldn't write them off. I think Diok has a chance of getting in there. You shouldn't write them off.
Nee.
I've said to Ameland, focus on ourselves.
Hebben we Haarlem die ook?
What van it? Oh ja.
Ah ja, daar hebben we geen.
Dat hebben we nog helemaal niet
It
gezien.
didn't play.
Nee, Haarlem die ook. Je moet ze nog wel even kijken, want het is...
It still doesn't play.
nee. Nou,
We'll go to the break and come back. Oh, here it is.
bam. Daar is
There
het.
we go.
Want dit was dus de 10 punten waar we het een aantal keer over gehad hebben. Hè? Want dit zijn ook runner-ups, allebei. Maar dan moet ik wel zeggen dat ik, overigens kijk je Jonathan in de basis, nummer 9 van de Jukes overgekomen. Ik vond die ook erg veel sterker dan Haarlem.
Ik had
Ja?
ook verwacht dat
Ja.
het iets closer ging zijn,
Ja.
inderdaad.
Ja.
Zeker bij Haarlem thuis.
Ja, bij Haarlem thuis is echt geen makkie, hè?
Of misschien hebben ze de juiste beslissing gemaakt met de coach. Kan ook echt dat de spelers meer vrijheid hebben en dat daarom iets meer klikte.
Look, Dirk's got good players.
Ja.
And Mace van Oort makes a big difference.
Yeah.
He's a good player. But I think, look, there was talk that the attacking plan was a bit too complicated. Maybe they simplified it and got it in. Vilna's coming in. Yeah, who knows? Sam for Planka. Good players.
Het zijn hele goede spelers. En Sam speelde een hele belangrijke wedstrijd. De eerste try was een assist en de tweede try scoorde hij zelf volgens mij. Dus dat was echt gewoon, die ging erop. Die had er zin in.
Ook later ook heel mooie kick gevangen. Gaan we straks ook wel zien van Sam.
And Niels Roelfsman there is also just a tough old, as he called himself, old last night when I saw him at Dirk. I was like, mate, you're not old, you just experienced it.
Niels van Oefelen.
Of Van Oefelen, yeah, sorry.
Van Oefelen, Niels?
Nee, man,
Nee, joh,
Niels.
die andere Niels.
Roelfsen.
Roelfsen, ja.
That's what I said, Roelfsen. And you said Van Oefelen.
Oefelen, dit is bij Eemland, man.
Yeah, but I didn't say that, you did.
Ja, maar ik word oud en doof.
Hier speelt
Ontstaat
Haarlem.
problemen.
But Haarlem had a couple of concussions. Joris Smith's not looking good. Looks like he's going to have to take a big, long rest. And then Adar also got one. This kick you're talking about?
I'm gonna see. I think it is, yeah.
Er komt zit sneeuw op die bal.
Look
hè,
at the
inmiddels.
catch. Hup, easy.
Sam for Planka.
Sorry,
Nice.
Hup, brushing off.
En dan
giving
gaat de
off
bal naar,
loads.
volgens mij staat Jonathan en die scoort hier. Ah, is leuk. Dat vind ik leuk. Dat is
good.
leuk voor die jongen.
Really
Right,
nice
so
try.
that's the first round of the show. Bit of a long one. Phew.
Wel nee.
So the next part has got to be short and sharp.
Oké.
Because, you know, Cosmo's got to get home to eat Spanish dinner.
Nee, lunch. Later lunch.
All right, ladies and gents, have a nice cold beer. Because it's Friday lunch. Thursday lunch.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it is Wednesday. Yeah. Thursday lunch. We'll see you in a minute. Cheers.
Oh, there's an opportunity and there's the beautiful feet as well.
Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the second half of Hetters Vera.
It's not a half.
Well, not a half, that was like a three-quarter. But I believe I made the same joke as Eric because I didn't watch the last show, so I apologize to the viewers for doing the same joke. But Eric's got a good joke about getting his prostate checked.
Really? Are we going to do?
Eric got his prostate checked by a teammate here at the Jukes. That's how deep things are, yeah?
Nou, ik wil
He
het
stood on all
zeggen.
fours and took one for the team.
Nou,
apparently-
zo is het niet helemaal gegaan.
Apparently his prostate is in good order. It's
Er was volgens de huisarts niets onregelmatigs te voelen.
heard
Maar
it
daar
here
was
first.
ik het niet mee eens.
Yeah, my word. It's all happening here.
Het gaat alleen maar bergafwaarts hier, dus.
Okay, so you know the second round of the show is all about predictions. So yeah, but before we go into that, we are going to talk about a little bit of Delta and the under 20 and under 18 competition, the Euros that happened. So I just need to get a code here.
It's probably 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it?
Oh, I don't know. Mine are.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. But anyway, before we get going into that, I think it's always good to note that the Euros has come and gone. Under 20s, under 18s. Did you watch much? Oh, you already commented about it last show. That
I
you
did.
got to
We hebben het gevolgd. Onder 20 hebben we zeker gevolgd. Dat vonden we nog spannender dan jouw boobjob. Dus
Your boob job.
Dus nee, we hebben het gevolgd. Het was heel leuk.
Yeah. Bram, you watched the Belgian game?
I watched a few parts, not entirely.
No, you could just watch the end.
Yeah, that was also possible. Yeah, a little bit unlucky at the end. That was all.
Who was unlucky?
Belgians.
Unlucky with what?
With the result. No, but yeah. No, I did. I just watched some highlights and some parts of the game afterwards. So wasn't following it all.
Man, I tell you what, it was. We lost the game twice, won the game twice. I've never, yeah. There's a teacher from the school at the academy, and they were saying it's the first game they've watched of rugby, and he was just like,
They're gonna get better.
"I'm in love,"
Ja.
because it was like he didn't understand it, but it was going from winning, losing. He was just like, it was unbelievable, unbelievable.
Ja.
Christoph said to me after the game, he's never seen me celebrate so hard. I said that was personal.
Dat was omdat jij er was.
Yeah, I said there's nothing better than hugging you after beating Belgium. I told him on Hittersberg, remember I said revenge, and we got it. Huh?
Oh, you got it.
In all fairness to him, in the final, he was actually with me, and the stand he was really cheering for Netherlands. He was really supporting that. So
Don't say that to Belgium.
credit is given what credit is due.
You probably just got him fired.
No.
Because Belgium watches Hittersberg, right?
Ja, maar dat heet daar anders, hè?
All right, but yeah, great results. I think 4 years under 20s, 4 years in the final. Won it once, and 3 seconds, which is not nice. But
Tijd voor de volgende
if you look at the stats of this final, and I mean, speaking to Lynn Jones afterwards and looking at the stats, we are getting better and better every year. I mean, the last year we got to the final with Portugal, we got killed. But this year, we actually had a chance to do the business and effort in coma. But also, as a group, I think we all made mistakes from coaches to players, and that's the way it goes in finals. But it's been fantastic being involved in that, and under 18s in the top 3. So we're the only country to medal in both competitions, which I think is.
Wat zijn de goals voor volgend jaar?
Obviously, it needs to be the norm for us. It should, as José said. Yeah, but this has got to be the standard for us, which I agree. But yeah, it is good that we're there. We're consistent.
En ook met wat niet alles gaat hebben. We hebben ons niet gekwalificeerd voor het WK. Dat betekent dat World Rugby, de grote subsidiemachine zeg maar, in het globale rugby, minder vriendelijk zal zijn met zakgeld uitdelen aan nationale bonden die het niet gered hebben. En dat betekent ook dat alles onder druk komt te staan. Dus ook de programma's.
Yeah, look, I mean, that's why I have to step down. There's no more, we have to go. All the coaches are fired because there's no more opportunity.
Had dat dan eerder gezegd, hadden we dat mee kunnen nemen in het begin met de andere ontslagen.
Gilbert fired. No, look, I don't think, I mean, obviously we get less money from World Rugby because we're not making the World Cup, that's true. But I think, you know what, we don't, these programs are run by Rugby Netherlands and parents, not by World Rugby.
Nee, maar we moeten manieren vinden om ermee door te kunnen gaan. Dat lijkt me.
And I think, I don't think the union wants to stop the under 18-20 program, and I don't think the parents would let it stop either.
Niemand wil dat mee stoppen. Niemand wil dat mee.
It's very important for our pathway. And, I mean, if you see these kids playing the game against Belgium, Bram, you can't simulate that experience of international rugby.
Die wedstrijden die moeten gewoon gespeeld worden, punt. En de voorbereiding moet er ook zijn.
José, I don't think there's any plan to stop these sort of programs or the pathway.
No,
especially with the academy.
Not at all. If anything, is the opposite. I think we need to review what are we doing to strengthen it. It wouldn't make sense at all that we are having discussions about how can we get our national team to do better, and how can we actually get closer and qualify for the next World Cup, or not that we want, but we cannot have those discussions at the same time. Say that we're going to can the under 18s and 20s for whatever reason. It's the opposite. We have to strengthen the 18s and 20s.
Exactly.
We have to give them a purpose, especially with the future class being a thing. I mean, we need to help those players to actually, those that want to perform, those that really want to take rugby seriously, and give them a way to get better so they can merge into the future class and the later class in better fit.
Well, I mean, yeah, Eric, I mean, credit to you and your team, because also the thing is that, you know, because we have now these players playing at high level rugby, we're able to perform at high level at these tournaments. So that's good.
Zeker, volgens mij heeft dat ermee te maken. Je ziet het ook in de ereklasse gebeuren, dat alle bovenste teams hebben een future klasse team. Je ziet ook dat spelers er heel gelukkig mee zijn. Die spelen makkelijker invallen in het eerste team, ervaring opdoen in de ereklasse. Volgens mij snijdt het mes aan 6 kanten, dus dan een beetje de kip met de gouden eieren. En ik hoop dat we dat nog veel sterker gaan maken de komende jaren.
That's one of the things that actually is identified from the outside. The work that has been done in the last few years, probably it's like 5 to 10 years since the academies were a thing and the clubs started to put the sport programs. They started to invest in getting the young fellas coming from Colts and keeping them in the club and training them. The result of all those years of work is what is happening today, and the result of that was Rugby Netherlands accessing funding from World Rugby, and the result of that was actually having one of the best championship campaigns that people remember with Oranje, and the result of that is that we were literally a point away from qualifying to the repechage, and we have now competitive teams across the board. Now, are we playing great? Is this all we can achieve? Well, we can argue, we can have different opinions, but the fact are that we are consistently playing in the finals, consistently being competitive against teams like Portugal. Okay, Spain this year was out of the scope in other teams, but that's a different story. But we are doing good. We are progressively increasing our capabilities, and that's a result, not that the union investing money or a particular coach, is the work that has done for years behind into getting the sports, the future class academies, people working, and people dedicating time and resources to young players. So credit on to all of you guys.
Yeah,
we need another 5 years to put the fear of God.
No, but I think, look, I think the biggest thing is that we're doing all of this, and it's on a shoestring budget if you think to other countries. So if you think about it, if we had to get the commercial side of things now, if we had to get partners in that would actually come and invest in the pathway. If you look at other countries
but you know what's the thing? I would say, look, that's an argument that I hear a lot, like we're doing things in such a short budget, like we're so lacking resources. But I would say that, or I would argue that you guys have been able in Netherlands to do something unique.
Yeah.
Which is, without resources, find a way to be successful. Whatever that way is. Now, you can argue that maybe it's the responsibility of the union to put more resources, fair enough, but we have been through rough patches. The union had difficult financial situations some years ago. We still need to answer the call that the clubs did with the union, so we need to be mindful of that. But besides that, there was a will, there was a determination, and you guys find the way to say, okay, we need to do something. How do we figure out academies?
100%.
When the union cannot do it, okay, let's pony out the money, let's find a way. Clubs, look, we need to keep the boys engaged. How do we do that? Let's think about the sports, and even the national team, which is, again, not ideal and has caused some controversy in the union. But okay, but we did it, and we made it happen. And
also, if money is tight, you get the people that really are motivated.
Yeah, okay, but at the same time, guys, we do need partners.
Yeah, of course.
So,
we need money. We need to fly in the best people in the world to teach us, to teach our coaches stuff.
No, we need partners in the sense of playing games against other countries and stuff. Not paying people big money salaries.
No. Get in teachers, tutors.
Yeah.
fly in people that actually know and are able to teach our coaches.
Eric, for example, right? There are coaches in the Netherlands that are in high-performance programs that are being mentored by people online. You don't need to fly anyone in. I mean, I have a conversation with a high-performance coach from New Zealand Rugby once a month. Don't have to fly anyone in, and it's
You're
for free.
a different generation, mate.
No,
You've got
it's
the
not.
internet and stuff.
Mate, there's so many different ways. For me, it's better that we need partners that can help us. We need the reason that Portugal got us in the final. They played Uruguay, Chile, and Brazil in preparation for that tournament. We had Lille, so we need more games, and we don't need our own clubs to then not allow players to be released to play games. We need to work together. That's it. So money aside. We need to have a plan that everyone does.
Daar ben ik het mee eens, maar dat moet dan ook wel een mes zijn wat aan twee kanten snijdt. Want we moeten ook onze domestic competition
100%.
100
I
keer
totally agree with
versterken.
you. I'm saying everyone must be on the same page.
Allemaal samen voor sterk nationaal verhaal, maar ook een sterke
Moving
nationale
on to the
competitie.
next thing. This weekend's games.
Oh, dat is waar dit over ging. Dit wordt gewoon, het was wel een helft.
Yeah, look here.
De tweede helft wordt wel zo
Look
lang.
here. Look at this. Okay, so my question is to the competition leader, right? Why in God's name could these games not be played before the Euros instead of Gooi against Ameland, Haag against Ameland? Why could we not have these games?
Geen idee. Dat is een goede vraag.
Ja, goeie vraag, dankjewel. But anyway, gents, we've come to that part of the show where we look at, we'll finish with Delta, but we're going to go with this now, with the predictions. Okay, because to be honest with you, there's nothing really to write home here. Maybe a couple of games.
Ja.
But Breda Haxa, so what I do is I ask you, you tell me 5 points or 4 points. Breda Haxa.
A few points.
3 points. 3-1. Haxa. Everyone going Haxa?
Haagse 5 punten.
Yeah, 5 points for Haxa. Ameland, ASA. Ameland, ASA.
Ameland.
No, we say Ameland, yeah.
AAC
AAC
5 punten.
Yeah. Oysters Cust.
You didn't hear me, huh? I said AAC 5 points.
I said it, yeah.
I'm joking, mate.
Ik denk Oosterwijk. Ik denk dat die nog net iets
At home,
sterker
yeah?
zijn. Ja.
Yeah, I would say I agree.
The oysters.
Ja, ik denk niet dat Cas het gaat laten afhangen.
I'm going to go Cust.
Nee, I'm going Cas too. En waarom? I love the oysters. Maar ik,
But I'm not
ik
going
denk,
5 points.
de oysters zijn veiliger dan Cas. Dus Cas heeft meer
The
de
Castles lost 2 of their big players, eh?
Day one.
To Delta.
Yeah, that's why I went Oysters.
Oysters have lost no one.
I think full strength, that would be a very close match. So it would be a really exciting match to watch. I think with Delta this weekend, I think Oysters has a bit of an advantage.
Okay, yeah. So
Ik denk dat ik ga kijken bij de oysters. Dat is lekker dichtbij. Oh nee, ik ga niet kijken. Ik ga naar Delta.
Yeah,
Dat is
you're going to
Haarlem.
Delta.
Shit.
Then Haarlem Dukes. Haarlem, eh?
Nee, is Haarlem uit
Dukes
altijd
5.
makkelijk. Dukes 5.
Geel
Ja,
says,
dat had ik anders niet gezegd. Maar ik heb Haarlem net zien spelen tegen Diok en dat viel me tegen.
Geel says wordt pittig.
Ja, maar die is de chef.
Chef de mission.
It's spicy. You mean spicy, not pittig.
Ja, Hoek van Holland, Gooi. Bram?
Hoek van Holland.
Oef, 5 points.
Ik denk, nee.
It says here 85-7. Holy shit. He's already
Ik,
predicted the score.
Nee, dat was van vorig jaar.
Dat is alweer maanden geleden. Dat is maanden geleden.
Nee, ja, ik denk wel dat het een leuke pot wordt. Het gaat zeker niet makkelijk zijn. Gooi is echt wel een goed team. Maar ik denk dat we wel van elk team kunnen winnen, zeker als we thuis spelen.
What's the weather like?
It doesn't matter, it's always
Because if you
bad
go,
in Hoek
that's
of
it.
Holland.
It's always tough.
It's always
Up the guts.
miserable.
Yeah, Rotterdam Diok. Now, to be honest, that was a cracker of a game at the beginning of the season. 2 points, 3 points in it. Rotterdam beat them, but it's at Rotterdam.
Yeah.
And Rotterdam don't have any Delta players. Diok are missing Mees van Oort. That's a big miss.
Maar geen enkele Delta-speler van,
Diok, only Diok.
maar niet van Rotterdam. Oké, wat zou er eerst nog wel die pop erin zitten, hoe heet die?
Or maybe. I don't know. Delta in terms of selection?
Yeah, I think the selection is actually tonight.
Ja, nog een andere ook.
Tweede rij van...
Martijn.
Ja, ja, dat is een leuk spel. En zit hij niet in Delta?
Ja, weet ik veel.
Weet je niet. Nou goed, dat ziet. Ik zet mijn geld op Rotterdam in ieder geval. Want
Oké, so Rotterdam.
Die zie je nog steeds als finalist.
Ik ga ook voor Rotterdam. Die
I
zien
think
er
Rotterdam
toch,
as well, yeah.
Okay,
scherp uit.
so we've got Hawksa over Breda, Ameland over RSA. Oysters Cuss is a draw, because you're still going Cuss, I'm going Cuss, you two are going Cuss.
Yeah.
That'll be
No,
interesting.
Oysters.
We can have a nice wine about that. Haarlem, Dukes is going to take that. Hoek van Holland, oh sorry, we only asked you.
Yeah.
Hoek van Holland, gooi.
Groep van Holland Gooi. Oof, that's a tough one. But I would say Gooi here. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Ik denk dat Gooi hem gaat winnen.
Yeah, I'm going to go Gooi.
Maar ik denk-
because they
maar-
don't take all their players and they take
Ik denk
Slobby.
dat Gooi hem gaat winnen, maar Hoek van Holland heeft meer spelers in Delta staan dan Gooi
Ja.
dan. En daar vind ik ook iets van.
No, that's niet normaal. And also, the thing is, Slob is such a big thing for you.
Ja.
Jack Slob is massive for you, and you're not going to have him. So, I think when you have Jack Slob, you're a different team.
Maar volgende keer is hij
be,
weer
ja.
beter dan de vorige keer, omdat hij dat doet. Hij groeit daarvan, hij wordt er een betere speler van en dat is belangrijker.
Okay, and then Rotterdam, Diok, Rotterdam over Diok. Right, to finish the show, we're going to quickly go into Delta.
Ja.
Obviously, no one knows the selection. Playing Belgium this weekend.
Wat ik wel belangrijk vind is dat iedereen gaat kijken. Het is 7:30 s'avonds geloof
No,
ik.
there's a lot of people going.
Er is
All
tijd-
of Ameland's there, all of
tijd
the Dukes,
genoeg.
all of Haarlem.
Laten we er vooral naartoe gaan en met z'n allen de boel aan gaan moedigen. Het was een
Even-
prachtig
even-
experiment. hè.
That's where you invite Koi. They can come watch on the way home.
Het was leuk geweest als meer mensen erin hadden gehad. Maar dat is nu wat het is. En hopen dat ze in ieder geval aan komen om aan te moedigen.
Yeah, for sure. Jose, any last words?
Zover is het niet van Hoek van Holland naar Amsterdam.
Jose, not Eric.
It's okay, I can wait. I can wait.
All of a sudden, Jose speaks Dutch.
Sorry.
Jose,
I
any
need
last
to learn
words?
it. No.
About Delta or anything?
About Delta, look, it's been a complex project to manage this year because there was a lot of changes from last year. I think perhaps some people in the country are not fully aware of what it means this year to play Delta. And it has required a huge agreement between clubs with a lot of different interests, a lot of compromises, but also a huge deal of compromise from the union towards World Rugby and the purpose of the competition because we have agreed that we want to make that competition a development competition with a team that is made of young Dutch talent that is either eligible or can be eligible soon. And we are very committed with hard discussions behind the scenes about keeping it that way. And we think that's the way where we can really help the young Dutch players to raise up to new levels and to come back to the clubs, with a new experience that can help the clubs to raise the standards. That's not been easy, and it has required a lot of work, but it's been really, I think, good work. And I know some people may not fully understand or may not be fully happy with the outcome, but I think it's one of the things that makes what is happening quite unique in the last months, and that people are willing to come to the table and compromise, work together, and really think how can we make the union, the Oranje, the leagues, the clubs better, and that is by working together. And I think Delta is one of the best examples this year about that.
Yeah, that's not the last month, that's the last 20 years.
Okay,
This is a unique situation.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Bram, any last words from you?
No. I hope Brussels Devils will win.
Come on, Bram. He rocks up here in a Belgian hoodie. I thought that was brave.
I forgot to put it on.
I thought that was brave.
Nee, ik denk wel dat Delta momenteel sterker is dan Brussels Devils. De Brussels Devils zijn redelijk
Netherlands is stronger than Belgium, is that what you said?
Nee, dat zou ik zeker niet. Ik denk als Brussels Devils wel een paar extra spelers binnenhalen, dat ze wel makkelijk kunnen winnen. Maar ja. Maar ik moet wel zeggen, Delta was gewoon tijdens de competitie waren ze wel beter. Ik kan nooit zeggen dat Nederland beter is dan België.
No, yeah, I'm sure if Brussels win on Saturday, I'll be getting a nice message from you.
Zeker.
Bram, it's always a pleasure having you on the show, mate.
Het staat in ieder geval op scherp, laat dat duidelijk zijn, toch? Nee, een beetje rivaliteit kan
Eric, this has probably been the longest show that we've ever had.
Dat denk ik ook.
So I think we need to sign off now because I'm getting tired. I'm going to drive home.
Ik ben zaterdag in Amsterdam. Ik ik ga Delta kijken, hartstikke leuk.
Well, let's hope that you bring your personality, because that's always important.
Ja, het kan niet allemaal leuk zijn tenslotte.
But listen, if you're from The Hague, why do you sound like a Brabo?
Omdat je hebt dat vinkjesverhaal, ken je dat? Ik heb er geloof ik maar, ligt daar wel jij, maar ik heb er geloof ik maar 3, dus dat schiet echt niet op.
Oh man.
Door het ABN te spreken, dat lukt me al niet. Ja.
Right, so José, first time on the show. I'm sure we're going to see you back because we didn't have enough time to get into all the questions, but
Pleasure.
it will be nice to have you back here, especially during the rec. I think it'd be nice to
Anytime,
get you
hopefully
down.
with a new head coach in place.
Oh, that's what we didn't bring up is the dates.
Oh,
You didn't bring it
ik
up,
word
but time is
genoemd.
up. Time is up. So we have to
Ik
move
word
on.
genoemd.
No, time's up. We'll let him off the hook this time. But obviously, guys, great to be back back in the show and get things going again. Next week we're back here. Jammer, but
Met een beetje mazzel, en ik heb nog even bel me even, want met een speciale gast uit Zuid-Afrika, iemand die wel wereldkampioen is geworden. Dus ik hoop dat het lukt.
right. But ladies and gents, thank you for watching tonight. Thanks to all our guests. As we always say here from Het is weer Ruk, houdoe en bedankt.
Yes.